Hey everybody, Superfluous J here, playing more Kerbal Space Program, and today we are gonna land here. This is a crashed vessel. It's very southerly. We've had some issues with major plane changes, so it has been decided by the brass back home that we are going to move the space station into a polar orbit. And we're going to do that with the help of, as always, Mr. Dynamic. He's going to hop out of the ship. He's going to go up and down his ladder so he doesn't screw up our orbit too bad. He's going to go into construction mode. And he's going to grab this docking port right here. And let's see. Going to rotate it. And then we're going to... I'm holding down Alt to snap it to here. Then we're going to go out of construction mode. Whoops, we are going to board the ship. And now we are going to redock over here. So let's go ahead and undock. Set this as our target. Let's see, we need to aim away from the craft, step away from the craft, get ourselves lined up at least moderately decently with it, turn on our CS, and back up a bit. And while we're waiting for this thing to go, let's go ahead and turn off yaw, pitch, and roll on everybody. I think it's going to, whoops. Yeah, turn off yaw, pitch, and roll. And last but not least, yaw, pitch, and roll. Okay. Let's go a little bit faster here. Figure out which way we're aimed. That should do it. Now, as we've said before, we cannot go forward on this guy. Oh wait, never mind, we can. It's the other ship we can't go forward. So we're just kind of forced into going slow here, though, because these RCS jets aren't that fast. They're nice because they allow us to change what they do. You can't actually change it now, but I wonder if you can change it in construction mode. That would be interesting. Sorry, I'm talking and thinking at the same time. You can change them in the VAB, but I don't know if you can change them in orbital construction mode to be different ones. My guess is no. There's our forward. Okay, waiting for a forward progress marker here to tell me how close we were. And let's turn off the computer. Do a little bit of rotating. Whoa, a lot of bit of rotating. And we're docked. Okay, as long as we get docked, I don't care. So now we're fairly straight. And then I'm going to shut down this engine. Then we are going to plan a maneuver here. Probably doesn't really matter where. We're right here. Let's do it at our apoapsis. We're going to add a maneuver to go even farther north. And I'm just keeping our orbit also fairly circular. 36 by 45. So we can make it 45 by 45. And that's as polar as I think we need to get. That's in 30 minutes. Let's go ahead and aim at it. Let's control from the correct place here. Somewhere. There it is. Control from here. Well, it looks like we were already controlling from there, which is fine. It's going to be a long burn. It's going to be an annoyingly long burn, which is probably going to introduce some errors into the whole equation, but it's the best burn we're going to have. So let's go ahead and time warp to it. Oh, I also think I fixed Kerbal Engineer target mode. I don't know exactly what was wrong before, but I got it working in a sandbox save. So I'm thinking that I figured out how to get it to work here. And it looks like it actually transferred over to here. So there's a marker. I don't know what it is. Moon crater to scan. Oh, we're probably never going to do that. Okay, 50 seconds. We definitely want to do this at the right time. He says as he time warps past it by 10 seconds, but oh well. We'll just do our best. You can't really do better than your best. Yeah, as some proof that I fixed it, it shows up here as we're doing this plane change that is totally not going to kill our crew, I promise, because we're gonna, when we finish the burn, this won't be there anymore. But the fact that it's there now and we don't have any other indication that Kerbal Engineer is running other than this, which I can't change, that makes me happy. That's what I wanted. I'm not actually using Kerbal Engineer as a Kerbal Engineer. I'm only using it for that marker. I just wanted that marker. It's a convenient thing to have, and I wanted it, so. But yeah, this burn is, of course, painfully slow. And then once we finish it, I'm actually going to do the same burn with the refueler and then get it back docked with the main craft. Possibly in conjunction with doing the rest of the mission here. And as we get really close to the thing here, we need to make sure that, here we go, we're starting to bring our periapsis up. When that gets up to 45, no matter what anything else says, I'm going to actually 40 by 49. I think I'll stop there because we're getting a little crazy. And that looks pretty good. I think out of this periapsis, we're going to slow down a little bit. Get our apoapsis and periapsis closer to the 40. I think that we had it before. Let's go ahead and aim at that. And time warp to it. Oh, we have new science experiments, which is always cool. Let's try not to time warp totally completely past this burn like we did the last one here. Okay, and boom. There we go. 40 by 40, give or take. Perfect. Okay, now where are we as far as this thing is concerned? This is actually probably a perfect time to do this. I think we're just going to get this all done right now. The problem here is we're not going to have any... we're not going to have direct line of sight to Kerbin throughout our descent here. And we'll just have to deal with the fact that that's going to happen. So if we add a maneuver here and we do this, I think, will it show the marker? No, it doesn't show the marker yet. But we can do this and then turn on trajectories to show us that has a marker on it too. So we can kind of force it over a little bit, and that should be basically perfect. We're just going to come down, and then it's going to be a little dark. I kind of wish we had some lights. Makes me wonder, did I put lights in this thing? I did not. Would have been a nice thing to bring. but, you know, you can't have everything. Actually, you can have everything. You just have to remember to bring it. Let's turn on the computer. Get ourselves aimed roughly the way we want to be. Get our solar panels so they're definitely in the sun. And let's time warp 10 minutes. Moderate little 7-second burn here. Oh, let's activate this engine. There we go. Should be fine if we're off by a tiny little bit here. Okay, let's yeah, we can't delete the maneuver node, which is annoying. Okay, we have our marker now too. So let's turn off the trajectory and close that, because we're going to go by that marker from now on. Until we have a connection, we're going to have this maneuver node here, which is kind of annoying, but there's not much we can do about it. So where is the moon? There it is. Okay. Let's also activate navigation. Let's hit F5 and let's time warp a little bit. Oh, we have a connection again. Let's go ahead and delete that maneuver node. We're coming down pretty close to this anomaly here. Looks like we want to burn this way a little bit, so this is actually telling me the truth. We want to burn towards the sun? Yeah, towards the sun a teeny tiny bit, which is the other way. There we go. That should be perfect. So now when we aim retrograde, and our solar panels are poorly set up. Oh, look at that. Gotta love these. Gotta love these views. Okay, let's go ahead and keep slowing down here. Well, keep coming down, I should say. We're not really slowing down yet. It's going to be a 59-second burn, it says. Let's go into surface mode. Oops. Yeah, I need this aimed like this. I think I probably waited too long to do the burn, but that's okay. Now that we don't have to match that crazy orbit, we can afford to do a little bit of comebacker on the on the burn. Or a lot of comebacker on the burn, as the case may be. But we can actually see it down there, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I did that really poorly. The engine on this thing is a little weaker than I'm used to, as far as my my own personal preference for a moon lander. It's definitely enough to get the job done. It's just less than I'm used to. Okay, I'm gonna go back into map mode here and watch my marker. Let it get a little bit past. Okay, that should be good now. Yeah, it's actually right at it, which is interesting. There we go. That should be basically perfect. Let's get our landing gear down. And we're just watching impact time. When it gets down to we'll say as soon as it hits 6 seconds, I'm gonna hit the the gas here. And I'm going to try something here. I'm going to hit escape. And then we're going to hit F2. Let's see if we can get a cool picture here. Oh, we can't. Oh, there we go. Sadly, our ship is a little too small. And then from this angle, that's not in the dark. That's in the dark. So, never mind. And I did a little bit too much here. Not a big deal. And we have landed. Successfully, I might add. I gotta get your job done, get out, and where did it go? There it is. Oh, I hate this. Why doesn't that come on automatically? It's nice that she gets one too, I guess. Apparently we have to be within 50 meters of this one. Or 10. Or colliding with it. Identical to the one occurring. Perhaps it belonged to the monolith builders. Interesting. Sadly, it's pitch black. We can't see a darn thing. And I don't even know where our ship is. There it is. Let's try this again. Actually, let's resume flight, turn around, and then hit F2. No. Actually, that's kind of a cool one. There we go. There we go. That right there is a screenshot. Okay, get back to the ship now. Enough photo ops here. Let's get you over here. Oh, that landing marker is nice. Okay, it's nice-ish. It's a little annoying when you're actually trying to get to your door. Okay. And we're ready to go home. But I think we're going to wait an orbit or two, and during those orbit or twos, we are going to take care of the refueler. Okay, the refueler here, he's got plenty of electric charge, and somehow, I guess he just has a direct line to Kerbin. We need him to target this moon station, and then at the descending node, add a maneuver to get in line. And that would kill him, so that's probably a bad idea. There we go. And we'll worry about actually meeting up with him later. It's 415 of the 3,000 meters per second we have, so we don't have to worry about that. We do have to worry about SAS being off and time warping to our node. But yeah, Kerbin is in the sky. I thought for some reason that Kerbin was not in the sky. Yeah, this is the ship that doesn't have backward-facing RCS jets. It only has forward-facing. And they're not even RCS, they're verniers. For ease of construction of the craft. And see what our where are you? You are now, yeah, you're right here, and now our descending node is 2. Now we're gonna need to, we could probably do them both here. We're gonna add a maneuver here to correct the last teeny little bit. And also slow down just enough that this guy is more touching the orbit. And then we're going to aim at this and do this final little corrective burn here. And I don't really care how long this takes. Like once we find a burn that'll encounter it, I'm just gonna set it up. And if it takes a month, it takes a month. I don't care. I just want to set it up so I know when it's gonna happen. Started a little early so I could do it slow and steady. And now we're going to add a maneuver here, and we're going to jump forward in orbits until we get this connection. Like I said, don't care how long it takes. And that looks like it's going to be it. And we need to speed up just a teeny tiny bit. Oh. 0.4. I can't do it with these. I have to... Okay. 0.2. So 0.2 is as close as we're going to get on there. That's totally fine. So now I'm going to add an alarm for that. It's in 2 days. And we're ready to take off because our ship down below... I don't want to set him as the target. Set him as the target. No. Set him as the target and then switch to him. Okay, we got both of our Kerbals in here. We don't care about this spaceship anymore. We need you as a target. And you are passing overhead. Yeah, so we actually don't want to take off yet. We want to take off now. We want to take off in the direction of you, which is this direction. We want our orbit. There we go. Yeah, we should be fine as far as that's concerned. Okay, and our ascending node is kind of terrible right now. So we want to aim it over this way. Just watching this go down. Okay, it's no longer going down. Okay, a bit of a stealth edit. Had to pause very quickly, and now I don't remember where I am. I am burning up to get to this guy. Now, if we were to, right here, add a maneuver that actually came in contact with our orbit, we would be a little bit late. If we instead do it a little bit later, I think that makes it better. We wait till our apoapsis. And then we could do it right here. And looks like 0.7 is perfectly fine by me. Okay. So let's get aimed at this. We're going right over the pole. I love that how it like flips you around when you're over the pole. Should probably also have our solar panels in the sun. And Burn mostly achieved. Can you guess that I just did another stealth edit? Okay, let's see what we got here. Yeah, we got a terrible connection. We need to speed up. We don't want target mode. We want orbit mode. Prograde. Get it ideally to that 7 or so. 6.2, 5.6. Hey, this is all looking better. 3, 2, 1, 5, 2. Okay, we'll leave it at that. Okay, and that's in 27 minutes. The other thing is 2 days away. So guess what? Let's do this. There's our space station. And we got more science things. We want to be in target mode again, and we want to be retrograde this time. And we are 0.2 kilometers away. What if I do this? Then it will become 0.2 on the other side. Let's get down to a minute so we see how to do our next burn here. Okay, we want to go like this. That should be pretty close. Perhaps too close. Nah, we'll be fine. Okay, if I remember correctly, we actually left the docking port on top of the on top of the ship, which might not be the best choice ever. But there is a docking port right here. We'll set that as our target. And aim at it. I'm aiming to pass it on the outside. Sort of. Nobody's perfect. Okay. But now, let's aim at this. Turn our RCS on. There we go. And that should get us right on in there. Backed off a little bit just to make sure that we get lined up before we actually reach it. Looks like I was wrong. There we go. Turn off the computer, wobble it back and forth a little. Come on. You know you want to. You know you want. There we go. All of that was useless. Not all of it was useless. A lot of it was useless. Okay, we want to put this back. And we also wanted to try something. I don't remember what it was I wanted to try. But let's go ahead and do that. Go EVA. Get yourself up and down. Grab this. Put it back here. That's right. I want to rotate. Hold down Alt. And boom. And that's good enough. Yeah, I don't remember what I wanted to do, but it was something. Okay, so the refueler thing's happening in 2 days, or a day and 5 hours. Let's head back to Kerbal Space Center and see what's next on the docket. Okay, next up is we're gonna start finding TMAs. TMA 5 is worth $78,000 and 15 science, which is not bad. So we're gonna pick that one up, and we're just gonna do these one at a time. We've got to start exploring the sun, although we actually knew about that one. Those are boring. Just looking for any other non-boring things to do. Yeah, geological study of Minmus. I just don't feel like doing it. Just plant a flag on Minmus. I think I'm going to take this one just because we can now. I forgot to plant a flag on the moon, so we'll have to do that next time we are there. I'm going to do one of these construction ones just to see what it's like, but I'll take it when the time comes. Satellite in a polar orbit of Minmus. We're going to have to do that eventually. And we don't want to do that, so okay. Let's go ahead and head back. Let's get the refueler back docked. Although, you know what? We could wait on it. We can wait on it. Let's go back to Moon Station 1. And let's see what this where this next TMA thing is, and see if we need to wait for the moon to orbit a little bit before we nail it. Looks like we will. This is, yeah, it's like in the worst possible spot. Not only is it in the dark, but it's it's way over there. So we need to wait for the moon to rotate all the way around. So very likely that means we're going to be doing this from the refueler. Let's go ahead and switch to him. And let's do a bunch of orbits here. And see what this looks like here. Actually, no, we're gonna be doing this other thing first. So let's go ahead and switch back to Moon Station 1. The moon orbits a lot faster than you think on the smaller solar system here. But yeah, I think maybe next orbit we'll be doing this. Maybe the one after this. Yeah. Still a day away. Yeah, let's go ahead and send these two back down. They were so excited they didn't even bring in their landing gear. That's how excited they are. To land at this anomaly here. We're going to do basically the same thing we did before. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. We're not going to do the same thing we did before. Which is we're not going to overshoot our target the way we did before. At least I hope not. Let's go ahead and bring trajectories up and show that trajectory. We do need to do some normal burning. I really wish it was easier to control some things in this game. Okay, that looks pretty good. I think that'd be fine. Okay, it's a 44 meter per second burn. We need to aim at it. Oh, that's right. I wanted to... we'll wait till we're landed. I haven't done landed construction yet. We'll learn together if that works. I wanted to see if I could change these things in whatever you call it mode. You know, whatever you call it mode. Actually, we can just turn trajectories off. So we can use that target marker. Okay, make sure we're not aimed directly at the space station. Five-second burn. Just a little bit more. Okay. Let's warp here. We should set ourselves retrograde surface mode. Okay, this thing is in this crater, which is kind of cool. We are coming right at it, which is nice. Overshooting it will be bad. I'm going to hit F5. Gonna go about here, and then we're hitting the gas. I would rather undershoot this one than overshoot it, because overshooting it implies we're going to hit that crater wall, which I'm going to say would be a bad thing. It's saying we got a 32-second burn. That means when our impact is at 15 seconds, 16, that's when we should burn. But that kind of terrifies me. I'm actually going to tilt this up a little bit, and then at 20 seconds, we're going to do the burn. I can see our marker there, too. Whoops. Okay. Our burn is 16 seconds, so when we get to 8, or 7 now at 14 seconds. It's a little scary because we're coming in on an upslope. We'll just pretend that was what we intended to do. A little bit of flipping and flopping doesn't matter. You know what, Mr. Dynamic, you haven't had a chance to do this. Go ahead and hit I. Let's go ahead and see here. If we right-click this, no, you can't change these things into a different type of RCS jet, which is sad. All right, we should turn off construction mode. Yeah, I do kind of wish that this was a little bit easier to turn off and on. I think I'm going to, let's edit this, turn the HUD back on. If I say background, close editor, close this. Yeah, it still doesn't show up. So I don't care enough. Okay. It would be nice to be able to have that thing turned off when we don't actually need it. But what are you going to do? You're going to find a monolith. That's what you're going to do. And you're going to thrust down instead of up and smack yourself in the head. This sure seems rather mundane. I'm not sure if it was worth all the funds to get you out there. It really wasn't worth that many funds to get us out here, to be honest. Because basically it's just yet another landing that we've done 17 of so far, so not a big deal. But thanks for your concern there, Werner. Might as well plant a flag on top here. Get our plant a flag achievement. It's already fallen over, so I'm not even going to bother. Just pick it back up. And get back in the ship. And I think we're going to end it here. We've had 2 landings, a takeoff, and a couple rendezvous. I think that's perfectly reasonable content for you. Next time we're going to get the other two TMAs. Going to get the refueler redocked, And we're going to hopefully turn our sights to Minmus, where we're going to be spending more time setting up a fueling operation and things like that. I hope you enjoyed watching this. I definitely enjoyed playing it. I'm Superfluous J, and I will, as always, talk at you later.